was a baker in an Eastern European village, and he'd go every day for a walk in the forest. And one day he heard a group of gypsies singing a tune. And so he paid the gypsies some money to teach him their tune. And he sang the tune, but as he left the forest, he forgot the melody. And so he waited days and weeks, but the melody didn't come back to him. And on another walk through the forest, sometime later, he found that band of gypsies. And they taught him again that tune that lifted his soul. In order not to forget it, he sang it over and over and over again for days and weeks, until the community was very concerned that this baker had lost his mind, that he needed to get away for rest and renewal, to bring back his senses and to tend to what mattered. And so they brought a carriage to take him away to a wonderful place where he could find retreat and renewal. And the whole village gathered to say goodbye to the baker, who had been singing for weeks on end. And as they gathered, a little boy started to sing the melody that the baker was singing, that he had learned from the gypsies. It was at that moment that the baker stopped singing his song. And the rabbi of the village asked, why? Why now do you choose to stop singing your song? And the man said, because a child has learned the song, and now I know that song will never die.
Amnon is larger than life. I can tell you that he's one of the most creative thinkers I have ever encountered. I came to know about this very special project that he has taken on, where he's taking violins, which were oftentimes played by the prisoners in the Nazi concentration camps or in other venues that are somehow related to the Holocaust. And he's restoring them and bringing them back to life to playable condition, which provides amazing opportunity to bring back the voice of the person who used to play that violin. They can't speak for themselves anymore because of what happened to them. They're no longer with us. But when their violin is played, you can hear their voice again.
These violins were created by individuals who cared about their faith, who celebrated diversity. They created violins that would be played at majestic celebrations. But these violins were almost destroyed by people who desired to obliterate diversity from their communities, who didn't want to celebrate the beauty that different faiths and different peoples can bring to a community. But these violins live on with music. They continue to be played and inspire those who listen to them.
Playing one of Amnon's violins is a very heavily emotional experience. To know where that instrument has been, the conditions under which it was played, the fact that it played a role in saving lives, the fact that many people who played it were killed as a result of the Holocaust. The importance that violin plays in providing hope and inspiration for the future, it is enough to make you tremble.
Violins of Hope represents an initial effort by this college and this university to find a new kind of platform for the university to engage in broad collaborations across the community's cultural landscape.
This project is being embraced by our UNC Charlotte administration and faculty and students to help define our own culture for the future.
Violins of Hope represents an opportunity for our own students to understand the impact of the arts, that they will learn through Violins of Hope and its full range of activities, that the work of a musician, the work of a painter, the work of a dramaturge is not contained within the campus or within the studio. It's framing the community.
And these violins, we need to remember who built them, who played them, what celebrations they lifted, and we need to keep alive the spirit and the passion and the faith that made those violins so beautiful.